Good evening. Welcome to the Board of Education regular meeting on Wednesday, March 19th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Calling to order at 7:03. So if we would stand and salute the flag and have a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance
To the flag, States of America, the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Recommend approving tonight's agenda as submitted.
Second.
First, Mr. Nichols, second, Mrs. Pugh, I believe. Roll call vote, Mr. Nichols,
Approved.
Mrs. Pugh,
Approved.
Ms. Ralph,
Approved.
and Mrs. Isler.
Nice.
So approved. Recommend to approve of the minutes of the Board of Education regular meeting of February 26, 2025. First, Mrs. Pugh,
Second.
second, Mr. Nichols. Roll call vote, Mrs. Pugh,
Approved.
Mr. Nichols,
Approved.
Mrs. Isler,
Abstain.
Ms. Isler abstained, and Ms. Ralph.
Approved.
So approved. Okay, recognition of guests, Dr. Larimore.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for being here tonight. We are truly blessed tonight to be able to recognize some truly outstanding scholars that we have here in the Laurel School District, whose dedication, talent, and hard work have set them apart in academics, the arts, and extracurricular activities. First, I'd like to call up Mr. Jason Rogers. Before I turn over the microphone to Mr. Rogers, just want to say it's such a privilege to have his students here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Sussex County Honors Band here from Laurel Middle High School this evening. How about giving them a round of applause? What they've been able to accomplish is a testament to their exceptional musicianship, their discipline, their commitment to excellence in the field of the arts. Their dedication to the craft not only brings pride to our school, but also enriches our entire community. Ladies and gentlemen, how about one more round of applause as I welcome Mr. Jason Rogers to.
So let's see, when was this that we got ready for these auditions? These guys, I'll announce to the entire band, the entire population, that Honors Band exists. I tell them what it is, all right? And students have to audition to be selected, and they come from all over Sussex County, from every school district. And usually only a few, well, I'd like to say everybody would accept the challenge, because I think we could dominate the group. But I have some students that I'd like to recognize tonight, that they accepted the challenge of auditioning for strangers and being accepted. So Hallie Wilkerson on flute. Jordan Molina on trumpet. Devotee Charles on baritone. Kamari Houshins on mallets. Andrew Carey on mallets. and Josie Cruz on trumpet. Okay. I have one more student that couldn't make it tonight, and that's Susan Shahid, a senior on flute.
Sneakers? Should know that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mrs. Chelsea Lingenfeld. Next, we're going to recognize our 6th grade gifted and talented students who participated in a mock trial. This mock trial competition saw these young scholars demonstrate remarkable critical thinking, public speaking, and teamwork skills, engaging in rigorous legal arguments, and that showcased their intellect and their ability to think critically. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for them all? You get tired of clapping. And at this time, please join me in welcoming Mrs. Lingenfelder as she calls the names of our students.
I need to look at who I have here. So I'm going to call everyone, but I know that some of my kiddos are not here. So I have Adam Atwell. Woodley Bazile. Lana Byer. Yetzel Choi. Ryder Cordry. Leah Edwards Hunt. I don't believe she. Allison Garcia Velasquez. There's a lot of them. This is a good thing. Grayson Giannakopoulos. Donna Juo Chung. Asher Lynch. Michael Meads. Dawson Milligan. Anthony Rosano. Dylan Sandoval Lopez. Lila Schaefer. Jen Strobel. And last but not least, Scarlett Williams. I wasn't expecting to talk tonight. Mrs. Voges was, but this mock trial that we did, we actually started in the beginning of the year with the students learning about different careers that they could do later in their lives. I'm watching my 1- and 2-year-old wreak havoc in the front. So we did a practice trial in the beginning of the year that was a trial of the Big Bad Wolf and the 3 Little Pigs. And we had a lot of fun with that and a lot of learning. And then we changed it into a real life trial that we could do later in the year on music copyright laws. So they did an amazing job. Those of you that were able to come and see it, got to see how great these students are. Some of these guys have been with me since I started the program when they were in 3rd grade. So this is a bittersweet year for me saying goodbye to them, but I know they're going to go on to do amazing things. So thank you guys. Mhm. Mhm.
Mrs. Hitchens, would you mind joining me up here? Ladies and gentlemen, now we have the privilege and the monument of honoring all of our readers from the I Love to Read Month winners, the Layla. And we have quite a team that we would like to honor first. As we call your name, could our team members, advisors from the Layla, please come to the front. Mrs. Jenny Beck. Mrs. Stacy Puerta. Mrs. Andrea Henry. Mrs. Amber Justice. Miss Mia Brown. Mrs. Elizabeth Lynch. Jordan Whaley. Jordan Joe Whaley, everybody. Mrs. Chris Bianca. Mrs. Mallory Steele. Ladies and gentlemen, how about one more round of applause for our team? Now I'm going to turn the ceremony over to their principal. Give it up for Mrs. Kedra Deputy.
Good evening, and thank you for this opportunity to celebrate the success of our bullpups. This year, we encouraged our bullpups to read more books for our farm theme. And read more is exactly what they did, with a grand total of 7,187 books. Our early childhood friends read 476 books. Our preschool friends read 1,178 books. And our kindergarten bullpups read 5,533 books. Our top early childhood classroom was Mrs. Gibbons' morning group with 135 books. In preschool, Mrs. Carson's morning group read 443 books. And Mrs. Seal's kindergarten bullpups read 1,829 books. Awesome work, bullpups. Thank you to our students, our families, for building a love for reading that will last a lifetime. Again, thank you to our committee. You are amazing. Now, without further ado, let's meet our readers. And as I announced, Mrs. Gibbons, AM Pre-K, one for early childhood. Ms. Parsons, do you want to come and accept your 4-year-old one? And Ms. Seal, she's already up here, but this is for your kindergarten friend. Our first place reader for the entire school was Bodie Yule. Our second place reader was Kaylani Drummond. And our third place reader was Junior Rodriguez Lopez. All right, here are our other readers. I have a long list, so bear with me. Parker Firestone. Raiden Puerto. Here's Parker. Miss Puerto once again now. And next is Graham Parsons.
I don't wanna.
Marcel Trader. Owen Dunn. Colton Waller. Charlie Stanfield. Ricky Passwaters. Come on, Ricky. Brooklyn Stewart. Hazel Hunsucker. Hazel, come here. Blair Jenkins. Ava Sizemore. Gracie Betts. Austin Champlin. Ava Trader. Mateo Medrano. John Stouse. Travis Johnson. Asher Carey. Olivia Miller. Yes, that's Olivia. There she is. Mackenzie Downs. Skylar Justice. Joshua Flores. Hunter Heisen. Easton Phillips. Selvin Amroche. Jefferson Perez Sanchez. Gemma Stanfield. Ember James. Kaylani Drummond. Brody Glass. Alani Johnson. Mason Shanley. Delaney Mejia Soledo. Olivia Paul. Everly Greenwood. Jacob Barr. I don't know. Hallie Desmond. Megan Tyndall. Xavier Long. Isabel Arnett. Bodie Yule. Junior Rodriguez Lopez. Brooklyn Howe. Landon Short. Jackson Hicks. And AJ Peterson. Good job, Lopez.
Scary. Some of these little sun's gonna be cold there. Should be. Yeah. It's not on recording, is it? So crooked. Communications and announcements, and then public participation venue. If there isn't any public. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Now, kind of like a reset. People could move it to
Oh. Okay, we're gonna move right along now. Okay, next would be public participation, and I have no one that signed up for it. So we'll move right along. Superintendent remarks. Meet in the parking lot.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Real quick, we shined a spotlight on a lot of our students this evening, but I felt I would be remiss if we didn't shine a spotlight on our exceptional staff who were honored this past week with our of the year staff selections. Our building educational support staff of the year, we have 5 schools now. So at North Laurel Learning Academy, Michaela Brown. There we go. At LES, head chief custodian Dante Matthews. Laurel Intermediate School, Brianna Phillips. And Laurel Middle School, Donna Ward. And in his first year as chief custodian at Laurel High School, Aaron Johnson. Our behavioral health professionals of the year at each of our schools at North Laurel Learning Academy, school psychologist, Christina Fishburne. Laurel Elementary School, counselor Heather O'Neill. School psychologist at Laurel Intermediate School, Nicole LaPearl. Counselor at Laurel Middle School, Justin Young. And counselor at Laurel High School, Jamie Jewel Reynolds. And last but certainly not least, our teachers of the year for each of the buildings from North Laurel Early Learning Academy, Stacy Puerto, just here with us this evening. Laurel Intermediate School, math teacher, Corey Sullivan. Familiar theme here, Laurel Middle School, math teacher, Ashley Phillips. At Laurel Elementary School, Dr. Betsy McDormand. And at Laurel High School, science teacher, Courtney Baker. One more round of applause for all of our folks. Thank you very much. One last thing, Andrea Yoder's working hard on this, our HR director and also our director of student nutrition. First annual Grow and Know Career Expo. We're going to grow our own. We're going to have, Andrea, you want to come up and tell everybody about it real quick? What do you think? Come on. Give a hand up to Andrea Yoder. We're almost out of here, folks. Tell them about your vision.
Hello, everybody. Hello. All right, Laurel. No, I had an idea not too long ago about just having our own community job fair. And so I shared the information with Dr. Larimore, and I said, I called it something like Laurel Community Job Fair and like Employee Information Event. And Dr. Larimore said, why don't we do this? Grow and Know Career Expo. And that is it's a much nicer title. So anyway, yes, thank you. So no, but the point is we'd like to grow our own. We have some vacancies, and I know we have some wonderful people right here in our community. And so we'd like to tap into our community. We want to fill all those vacancies with really great people that we have right here in Laurel. So we're inviting them to come April 2nd. That's right. We're going to give them whatever their journey is, whatever their road is. We're going to get them right into a teaching position, among other things. There's all kinds of opportunities, and we want to share all of those with everybody who might be interested. And then also on the other side, for our current employees who might have some benefits, questions, supplemental benefits, whatever that might be, we'll have some stations there for our current employees as well. So it's a little something for everybody. Yeah.
That's all we got, folks. Thank you very much.
Done. Done. Okay, next we have board participation. Ms. Ralph, would you like to say anything?
I enjoyed walking through the schools the past week, and I think Mrs. Pugh and myself are going to be walking through again. It's good to be able to see everybody in an informal setting. So thank you for welcoming us.
Ditto to what she said. And we both participated in the I Love to Read month, and that was so much fun to go to those little kids, both middle school teachers, and they don't appreciate it, but those little kids that really did appreciate it. So that was enjoyable. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Mrs. Isler?
This was such a great thing tonight. We had all those young folks in here. That was like, woo, yeah, all right. Celebrating our young people, and that's part of what is a great thing to do, so that we can continue to encourage them to do the things that we need them to do. And so thank you to those all who coordinated those activities that our young people did. I don't want to start calling names because I'll miss somebody, but and then I know we have some more things coming up as on the horizon coming up. Even on, I think it was last week, we celebrated our athletes and our cheerleaders, and we had a good time. Again, just watching and hearing, their different accomplishments. So, like I said, anytime we can just celebrate our kids, like I'm somewhere there right in the front of the line, it brings great joy to highlight the positive things that our young people are doing here in our district. And thank you to those who coordinate those things, so that our young people can take part in those opportunities.
Okay, Mr. Nichols?
I love to see little readers. I'm a big reader, but I just love it. I find that more and more people want to watch their videos and stuff like that instead of reading. I don't even like to read off the computer. I like to turn pages. And I'm very tickled to see these people up here. The honors band, in case everybody doesn't know what that's about, you're selected. It's a county band thing. It is an honor to be selected to be on that. And our academic students too. I'm just hoping to keep it up. I mean, let's just keep our readers going, keep our students and keep them academically inclined, and let's get her done.
Okay. Right. Let's see. Spring sports has started. Tomorrow's the first day of spring. No more snow, hopefully.
I don't know about
And it's getting warmer. Okay, financial report. Oh, you're already up there. Mrs. Horsey.
be ready.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Didn't have a whole lot to update you on since our last meeting. So just things that are still coming up. We still have our several audits that are taking place. We have a personnel change coming in April with our change of a payroll administrative assistant. Ms. Donna Atkins is retiring. And next month I'll have for you the financial position report that will be due May 1st. And we have started working on our estimated unit count for next year, which determines our preliminary funding. And we'll also have the quarterly bond bill report that'll be due. And then this is just the check with our reserve and local fund. It's still tracking similar to where we were last year. Any questions on finance?
No. Okay, unfinished business.
Thank you.
Recommend the second reading of policy GBJC, criminal history information as submitted and found on the district website in the Board of Education policy section and as found at the law school district sites. This policy is available for review by the community at the law school district buildings and on the district website.
So moved.
First, Mr. Nichols.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Pugh. Roll call vote, Mr. Nichols.
Approved.
Mrs. Pugh.
Approved.
Ms. Ralph.
Approved.
And Mrs. Isler.
Approved.
So approved. The second reading of policy JRA, the law school district FERPA policy, as submitted and found on the district website in the Board of Education policy section and as found at the law school district sites. This policy is available for review by the community at the law school district buildings and on the district website.
So moved.
First, Mrs. Pugh,
Second.
second, Mr. Nichols. Roll call vote, Mrs. Pugh,
Approved.
Mr. Nichols,
Approved.
Ms. Ralph,
Approved.
and Mrs. Isler.
Approved.
So approved. New business, we have no school choice. Fundraisers, recommend approval of fundraisers as a group.
So moved.
First, Mrs. Pugh,
Second.
second, Mr. Nichols. Roll call vote, Mrs. Pugh,
Approved.
Mr. Nichols,
Approved.
Ms. Ralph,
Approved.
and Mrs. Isler.
Approved.
So approved. Recommend the approval of fundraisers as submitted.
So moved.
First, Mrs. Isler,
Second.
second, Mrs. Pugh. Roll call vote, Mrs. Isler,
Approved.
Mrs. Pugh, Ms. Ralph,
Approved.
and Mr. Nichols.
Approved.
So approved. Rentals, recommend to approve request of Josh Tucker, Route 1 Sports, for use of Laurel Middle High School grass athletic fields to hold youth soccer camp beginning June 23rd to June 26, 2025, from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Participation fee of $175 is to be charged, and the certificate of liability insurance has been provided.
I recommend approval of use of facility fee applied and custodial fees waived.
Okay, Ms. Isler has recommended approval of use of facility fee applied and custodial fee waived. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Pugh, roll call vote, Mrs. Isler,
Approved.
Mrs. Pugh,
Approved.
Ms. Rao,
Approved.
and Mr. Nichols.
Approved.
So approved. Recommend to approve the request of Suzanne Barger, Western Sussex Chamber of Commerce, for use of North Laurel Early Learning Academy parking lot and Laurel Elementary Intermediate School parking lot to hold Broad Creek Bash Bike Ride, say that 3 times, and 5K run on August the 16th, 2025, from 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Stability of liability insurance provided.
I recommend approval with use of facility, custodial, and constable fee waived.
Second.
Okay, first by Mrs. Isler, second by Mr. Nichols. Roll call vote, Mrs. Isler,
Approved.
Mr. Nichols,
Approved.
Ms. Pugh,
Approved.
and Ms. Rao.
Approved.
So approved. Professional trips, recommend approval of professional trips as a group.
So moved.
First, Mr. Nichols,
Second.
second, Ms. Pugh. Roll call vote, Mr. Nichols,
Approved.
Ms. Pugh,
Approved.
Ms. Rao,
Approved.
and Mrs. Isler.
Approved.
So approved. Recommend approval of professional trips as submitted.
So moved.
First, Mr. Nichols,
Second.
second, Mrs. Pugh. Roll call vote, Mr. Nichols,
Approved.
Mrs. Pugh,
Approved.
Ms. Rao,
Approved.
and Mrs. Isler.
Approved.
So approved. The first reading, the Laurel School District 2025-2026 school calendar, as submitted and found on the district website and as found at the Laurel School District sites. The school calendar will be available for review by the community at the Laurel School District buildings and on the district website. Community input is welcome and should be directed to the superintendent of schools no later than Tuesday, April the 8th, 2025. Possible action on executive session items. Recommend to approve the personnel report with recommendations as discussed in executive session as listed in attachment A.
So moved.
First, Mrs. Pugh.
Second.
Second, Mr. Nichols. Roll call vote, Mrs. Pugh,
Approved.
Mr. Nichols,
Approved.
Ms. Rao,
Approved.
and Mrs. Isler.
Approved.
So approved. Recommend to approve the personnel report with recommendations as discussed in executive session as listed in attachment B.
So moved.
First, Mr. Nichols.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Isler. Roll call vote, Mr. Nichols,
Approved.
Ms. Isler,
Approved.
Ms. Pugh,
Approved.
and Ms. Rao.
Approved.
So approved. Personnel attachment C, coaches, recommend to approve the personnel report with recommendations as discussed in executive session as listed in attachment C. First, Mrs. Pugh, second, Mrs. Isler. Roll call vote, Mrs. Pugh,
Approved.
Mrs. Isler,
Approved.
Ms. Rao,
Approved.
Mr. Nichols.
Approved.
So approved. Personnel attachment D, cafeteria, recommend to approve the personnel report with recommendations as discussed in executive session as listed in attachment D.
So moved.
First, Mr. Nichols,
Second.
second, Mrs. Isler. Roll call vote, Mr. Nichols,
Approved.
Mrs. Isler,
Approved.
Mrs. Pugh,
Approved.
and Ms. Rao.
Approved.
So approved. Future agenda items, the next regular board meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, April the 9th at 7 p.m. right here. And do I have a motion? We adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
First, Mrs. Isler, second, Mr. Nichols. Roll call vote, Mrs. Isler,
Approved.
Mr. Nichols,
Approved.
Mrs. Pugh,
Approved.
and Ms. Ralph.
Approved.
7:40.
7:43 adjourned.